Good morning. Hi, how are you guys? Hi, how are you? It is I, Joe Crazy, 3193. I woke up this morning. Today is August 4th, 2022. Yesterday was huge news. Age of Annihilation, heroScape is continuing the legacy. We found out some information that the original creators of the game, including with some of the people from the customs community, have been highly. I don't know if highly is the right word. They're very involved in the process of making this fourth master set for heroScape. Hasbro um, has put Avalon Hill Games with the task of making a fourth master set. And we have some more information and some more pictures for you. So let's take a look at those right here. So we have close-ups now of the figures. We still don't have any names for these characters. We don't know any information about the game itself. There hasn't been any release of squads at all. We're still looking at the heroes, but it has been confirmed by a few people on the heroScapers Facebook page that these are confirmed to be not painted. They are painted for the event of Gen Con. Gen Con is this week. I'm sure every day we're gonna get more images and more information about Age of Annihilation, and but I will say that even though that is quite disappointing to know that they're not gonna come painted, it is understandable from a business point of view for them not to be painted. But we don't know how we're going to be able to buy this still. So there still could be a chance that if you pay extra money, they'll come painted. We are unsure of that. So we're just saying that I guess the base model will not come painted. Um, you know, so but looking at this dragon character here, very bony structure. But very scaly and also very feathery. The wingspan is very feathered. It looks like there are scales on it with some like teeth on the wingspan here. Wow, look at that! Look at that model, man. That just the pose. I'm also It looks like from this image as well. It does have three tails. This character definitely has three tails. You got one right underneath the right leg here, one coming right from the back, and another one off the left leg. There are three tails. So predicting from last night, it looks like that this character has three tails. Definitely can fly, obviously because of the wings. I'm hoping. My prediction last night for abilities and powers. I'm hoping that it has some sort of triple attack with tail whip. Unless the tails are saying that it has some kind of counter strike, would be cool. Because that would make it very terrifying. A character that big to have counter strike. But either a counter strike or triple attack would be really cool. Definitely is gonna have flying. And I'm hoping it has some kind of throw ability. I'm almost hoping it doesn't have some kind of breath attack. I think that would be not overdoing it, but there's a lot of dragons already within the game that that have like breath attacks, and I think that's kind of repetitive. So I'm hoping it has some sort of different ability for us to play around with. So we'll move on from that character to this one. Now, I predicted that this character will have. This is obviously a powered type of mace. He is this. I wouldn't say he's a gorillinator, even though it kind of looks that way. I think it would be very appropriate to have this be Vidar, be a gorillinator of some sort, a general within that, in the ranks of the Gorillinators. But I was hoping that maybe this character would have some kind of powered hammer ability, and it loses power. So you could get maybe like it has this really heavy special attack, and you can only use it like 3 times during the game. That's just my prediction. This is what I'm thinking. I'm just going through these one by one. We're finally getting close-ups. So, I mean, the only thing that we really had to go by was this image for the longest time yesterday. And this particular character is not even on there. We did have another wider shot of the display case at Gen Con. And this is what we're getting close-ups of. So I presume that they are allowing people with cameras to take pictures. And I assume not video. Obviously, I'm not there. I wasn't even considering going this year because I had just went to ScapeCon 2 this year. So, to make another trip like that, wasn't in the cards to begin with. But who knows? We'll see what happens for the future. So yeah, I'm hoping that this character has a really awesome ability with this mace. Maybe he's a gorillinator. Maybe he's not even a gorilla. We just looks like a gorilla. Insane models. And obviously you could tell how detailed these characters are. And it doesn't look. Even though this is the only character I have on my desk right now. This is a custom D&D character, Boreos. It's an air elemental, but in heroScape it's Boreos. But even the D&D figures don't look as detailed as these. These look like Warhammer detailed paints. And so that kind of makes sense. And even if they didn't confirm that today about figures not coming painted, at this point, in my mind, I would have assumed that they weren't going to come painted. Just based on the fact that these are not paint designs that heroScape characters would come looking like. These are very different, paint schemes. They wouldn't be this detailed looking, truly. This image is definitely a lot blurrier than the rest, but this was what looked like yesterday, the tentacle. If I could pull that image up again, give me 1 second. Is it in my OneDrive? Why is it in my OneDrive? Here we go. This was the other image we got yesterday. This is a close-up. So the character that we have back here is what... That's a custom Maro thing that somebody's working on. How do I go back? Okay. And then what? It just disappears? Come on. I'll go back. I must have clicked over here. How do I get out of this? Alright, doesn't matter. Zoom the fit. Alright, so the character that we have over here is what this is. Obviously, it's not tentacles. It definitely looks like a very very Ular-based character with horns like a deer. This is obviously a staff, but then again, that curvature looks very familiar. I mean, I highly doubt that this is the Ular general. But it definitely is giving me full Ular vibes. Power, abilities, prediction, I really couldn't tell you. There's nothing out there that I hope it doesn't have a fly. Yesterday I was saying because it looked like a tentacle monster. I was thinking maybe it flies. But Coming from this point of view, coming around, definitely, I hope it doesn't have fly. It definitely is some kind of wizard or witch character. Um, Maybe works with. I mean, excuse me, still waking up. It is there are customs that are plant based, and I will find it very fascinating if they have built into this fourth master set a way to work with those customs, and that would be pretty huge for the community, and for all of us to be like, yo, obviously people that have been working with the customs community, the C3V, and the SOV, that they have been working heavily with this project as well. So if this character is a plant-based character and is and hopefully works with those characters, if we just take a quick look over at heroScapers.com, I'll show you what I'm talking about if you're unfamiliar. I don't have these characters. We're going to go look at the SOV C3V. We're going to go to the Book of Index. Dadscaper is actually one of the guys that Sir heroScape interviewed, and he's been in this project from the beginning. So that is fantastic. That he is, one of the big ones working on this. So if we go to General, we're going to go to Ular. I think they're Ular, because I don't think they're Aquila. No. Ular, yeah, Wildwood. These are the customs I was talking about. What race are they? They're just Wildwood Monarch. Okay, I mean that's probably the basic unit, right? The Wildwood species, they're Monarch. So I mean, very plant-based characters. Let's see what kind of abilities they have. And now obviously this is not coming in the fourth master set. These are customs from other games. You can go. This is an actual D&D mini. So you can go buy this D&D mini and then print out the card and use it for your games. What's another one here? They have Wildwood Runner. Yeah, it's just Wildwood Runner. Okay, so they're very basic when it comes to their information. Very skittish. For a character that says Runner, having a move 4 is kind of weird. But I guess, Vigorous Growth. At the start of each round, before you place order markers, if you have not used your Vigorous Growth power this round, you may destroy one Wildwood Runner that was not placed this round and place it when you previously destroyed a medium replace it with one of your previously destroyed medium Wildwood heroes. Remove all wound markers from that hero's army card. Huh? I have to go back. Sealing. At the start of each round, before you place order markers, if you have not placed the Wildwood Monarch or used sealing power this round, you may place one previously destroyed small Wildwood hero on any empty space adjacent to the Wildwood Monarch. I'm sorry, what? Nature's Keeper. Wildwood figures you control cannot attack any other Wildwood figures you control. Interesting. I didn't know that you could attack your own figures. Trunk of the Awakened Forest. After taking a turn with Wildwood Monarch, you may take a turn with a small or medium Wildwood hero you control. What is going on with this? Sentinel. This is the last one. Okay, very basic. Wildwood and a Sentinel. Branch of the Awakened Forest. After taking a turn with this Wildwood Sentinel, you may take a turn with a small Wildwood hero you control. Verdant Growth. At the start of each round, before you place order markers, if you have not placed this Wildwood Sentinel or used a Verdant Growth power this round, you may destroy this Wildwood Sentinel and replace it with one of your previously destroyed large Wildwood heroes. Is the first one a large? Oh, it is. Large, small, medium. But what does it mean if you have not placed this Wildwood Sentinel or used a Verdant growth? That's a weird phrasing. That's a very weird phrasing. There's not another Wildwood character here. Okay, we're gonna have to come back to that. Very interesting. All right, so here, so maybe this character is a Wildwood character, and might work with these other Wildwoods. Very integrated with, looks like vines, and has this like swampy feel to it. So it could possibly work with those characters. I think that'd be really awesome. Okay, we gotta learn how to focus your camera. So this guy, it's really hard to tell what kind of character this could be. But I love this gas mask. That is really cool. Wow. Could not really tell from the image yesterday back here. This was this character over here. Really hard to tell. But looking at this a lot closer, even though I wish it was focused properly, is really, really cool. I can't. It's really hard to tell if these are scales. Maybe it is a dragon type of character, or a dragonborn or something that just has a huge hammer. A lot of big, bulky characters. You know, Age of Annihilation. You know, obviously, I'm honestly really thinking that the type of terrain that might come with this set will have some kind of decay, decayed effect when you stand on it. There is no images of this. I'm only going off of the idea of the name Age of Annihilation, as well as this image having looks like what all of Valhalla here, this section of Valhalla being destroyed and decimated. And maybe it has, destroy. The tile itself has is destroying the land with these figures. That may not be the case at all. That would be something that I would think would be awesome to add to the game, something that we don't have already. Obviously, lava field tiles give an effect of it hurting a character, but it would be neat to see a decayed tile space that maybe lessens you in the defense. So it might take one defense away when standing on it. So that would be a very interesting thing. And more importantly, when you go on height, you don't get that height bonus. I think that would be very fascinating to see come to the game. So I don't really have too much to say about this. Obviously, he's a heavy hitter, and I hope he has at least a 6 attack with that hammer. And that looks like a very powerful hammer. This character, I'm actually really glad, is not the same as this character here, which was predicted yesterday. Jason, Robotics. I apologize for not remembering his exact YouTube channel. But he said that he was the same character and is not. This definitely looks like, oh shoot, what is the faction for? Give me 1 second here. We just got a custom in Ular. Is it Zogras? He's lizard folk. No, that's not Lim. Oh, Azurite. Viper. Maybe this character is a Viper species from a different time. Obviously very wild west looking, pirate looking, has a ranged attack. It is a Viper. It is a snake looking character, but very humanoid, opposed to Azurite here that is not. This is more Atlantean vibes. This is another custom character. We just got this character from ScapeCon as a prize, and so I don't know if they're going to be the same species or not, but only time will tell. But this is really cool to see. Different, very different vibes coming from the game. A lot of the characters we have been getting through customs are very D&D like, and that's only because that's what D&D has to offer. Very mystical characters, but nothing too otherworldly like this. But this is very cool. I'm very excited to see what this character has to offer for us. This is great. I love this. I love everything about this. I was predicting yesterday that this was an android character, and it's definitely looking so. Could this be a suit of armor? Yes. Very Iron Man looking face mask here, but obviously, definitely, absolutely not a doubt in my mind that this is an assassin type of character. Looks very big. I don't think it's a small character, but a medium-sized character. I hope they have Phantom Walk. I hope they also are not a 10-pointer. I hope they're a little bit more expensive point-wise, just to put a little bit more power into these assassin-type characters. But I love the colors on this. I really do, and I would definitely have whoever's going to be painting this. I presume Glenn at this point. Sorry, Glenn. I'm like, I know you're excited too. I think you're also terrified, but if you and Michaela could, would be much grateful. I will absolutely pay you guys this time around for this stuff to get this painted, but because this is, please, I want this so bad. That looks so cool. But I'm so happy that this getting a closer expansion. Yeah, I don't know. You know what, too? It may not be full armor. This blue here could be skin that we're seeing. But then again, it could also be a full suit. So, hey, no planned painting. Hey. Sorry, buddy. It looks like you're going to have to paint. Looks like he says that looks like modern day miniature quality as far as details. Still wondering if they're going to be pre-painted. Or if they will go modern style of unpainted minis. Yeah, no, it is confirmed right now that they're going to be unpainted. A lot of the folks on the Facebook page have been stating that they're not going to be painted. But then again, we don't know how we're going to purchase this stuff. They could have tier systems as a Kickstarter on the Hasbro Pulse website, which has not been released yet. I presume that's one of the places we're going to be able to go and buy this fourth master set. They could have tiers in the future, where if we pay an extra $100 or so, we could get them painted. But as of right now, to our knowledge, that they're not going to come painted. So what we see here is what we're going to get. That's truly very sad, but the fact that we are getting official brand new characters that are not from other games, we're not stealing from D&D, we're not stealing from Warhammer or anything like that. Brand new original characters to me are good enough. I don't really need them painted to play and to use my imagination, but it is always so grateful to have them painted. But seeing these designs here are chef's kiss. So let's move on to the next one. This guy I'm so excited for, just because I've never seen a character with this type of weapon in heroScape. And my prediction for that character is that they are able to throw this knife in like a 2 range. Maybe it has a reach of 2 or 3. And can attack everything from all sides. Now that might be a reach around to get there, but even to have a somewhat looks like a melee character have a short range is really cool, and I think that's a lot of fun. And I think it was definitely right that the eyes for this character is coming over. So at least with that, at least my eyes are pretty good with seeing, because the only thing we had to work with last night was this image. And so down here is the character, and seeing that I was kind of right with the eyes being here. Let's go back to no pan painting. So wow, unpainted is kind of crazy. A big draw for people back in the day was being pre-painted, but I'm a professional painter, so oh, you're a professional painter, but your account is no plan painting. That's awesome. So I don't have too much of an issue, but I can see more people being annoyed. Also wonder if downloadable STL 3D printable files will be available. That's a good question. I mean, I'm not gonna know. I think that would be a great way, especially when it comes to the common squads, that will hopefully be released at some point. I presume that there will be common characters coming out with this master set, or at least squads in general. But I don't know. With Avalon Hill's track record, they've been kind of really... I don't know how modern of a release this will be. They could easily just make this a one and done. Here's the 4th master set. Buy it, unpainted figures. Try to keep it in a solid price range. Maybe we're looking at $150 to $200 for this, and just kind of call it a day. This could be exactly what we're looking at. That's just my thought process. That's just where I'm thinking things. But we don't know. But looking at this figure is definitely looks like an alien shark-like character. But I love this weapon. I can't wait to see the ability that this character has with this throwable knife, hook chain thing. It looks awesome. I love this character. I can't wait to use them. I can't wait to see. I don't really have any predictions of what kind of species they are. I don't know. I was predicting earlier that maybe some of the characters that we see today, close-ups of, we can try to determine maybe they're part of maybe some of the customs. There was a character just earlier before we were looking at that had this character looks very Ular, and there are Ular Wildwood characters, and she might give like an aura or something to these characters, and she could easily be Wildwood species. And that I think would be really awesome. Maybe she's the witch that created them, and that would be so fun to see. So we're just gonna move on here. This character, yesterday we couldn't even see this character because they were standing right behind the big old dragon here. Bro, bony, deer-like character, looks very rooted into the ground. Hey, maybe this is another Wildwood character. Maybe this is like the King Wildwood, where that's the queen, where the other one's a Queen Wildwood. I think expanding on what we already have for customs would be so awesome. And it's just this full appreciation for the community and the work they've already been doing with the C3V and the SOV. So if these characters are Wildwood species, that would be incredible, just truly incredible. Ability-wise, I hope they do have a range. Only because they can root into the ground and attack people on maybe same level height. It's like a range of 4 or 5, and they can attack on same level height. And that's they have to be on the same level. So you have to essentially, as the enemy player against this thing, you have to keep moving on and off of height to avoid attacks from this character. That's just my prediction. I think that would be really cool. Let's move on. This was the basic character that we saw yesterday. He was back. Oh, no, yeah, he was back here It was really hard to see what this guy could do. He's obviously definitely looking like a dwarf of some sort. But he's a mechanic. It looks like he's more of like a mechanic now. I don't think he'll be able to fix anything for us. I don't know if he'll work with the Deathwalkers at all, or any Soulborgs. But that would be cool. I mean, we do already have some kind of Soulborg character that buffs Deathwalkers and some of the other Soulborgs in the game. And that's also a custom, by the way. That's also a custom. I'll pull him up in a second here. Born Bolt Cutter. This character is a dwarf. He's a very small. Well, it looks like a small-looking character. He is from HeroQuest, and he has an upgrade ability for unique Soulborg heroes. So I don't think this is the case, but we're hoping that maybe this axe can do some massive damage. Maybe it does the exact opposite. Maybe he's designed to take down Soulborgs in any way. But I'm excited to see what he can do. He's some kind of welder or mechanic of some sort. So I'm very excited to see what this guy has to offer. Yeah, definitely still a bug character. There aren't any bugs that I'm familiar, and we're back to this gas mask. Definitely giving off a decayed poison. Age of Annihilation, right? We have this trailer to look at, and it looks like this entire land has been decimated by something. And it could be some kind of poison gas that's gone through the area. Maybe it's these characters have an effect with poison. That this is why they are wearing the masks. Because there's a gentleman here, and then another character back here. Yes, this one also has a mask. So I'm assuming and hoping that some of the terrain we are getting has some kind of decayed effect, so that maybe one of the characters' abilities is that they are not being affected by that terrain. A lot of the characters that you get in the older master sets have abilities with the terrain that they come with. For example, the dungeon D&D set had dungeon terrain. There are characters that worked with dungeon. Same with the lava sets and the ice sets and the road sets. So there's all these characters that come with these specialized sets and work with the terrain that they are coming with. So since there is a trend with two characters having gas masks, my assumption is that maybe the terrain that we are getting has some kind of poison effect or decayed effect, and this is why they're wearing a gas mask, to not be affected by those terrain at all. But I also hope that this character, since it has 4 arms, has some kind of quadruple attack that isn't hindered in any way, like the Hydra is, where the Hydra is every time it loses a wound, it gets a wound, that you get 1 less attack. I'm hoping that this character doesn't have that hindrance, that they just get 4 attacks of, let's say, 2. Every time it's just 4 attacks of 2, and you can just keep doing 4 attacks of 2. Because the benefit for squads, to use squads, is the multiple of attacks. And you have to do a lot of pre-planning for those squads to move up together, so you can get 4 attacks in onto one character. But to have one single hero with 4 attacks is really strong. And even though there is only 1 character here opposed to 4, but to have 1 character with 4 attacks is going to be so powerful, and I would love to see that. I hope it's not too powerful. I hope all these characters look very powerful, and I hope the point values, are part of that. I mean, hey, this could be, another prediction here. It could be a double attack that's just way more powerful. Just like a 5, double attack that's 5. But I would rather see a quadruple attack for this character, and definitely have an ability where they are immune to the poison or decayed effect that one possibly, no, not confirmed, that the tiles that come with the fourth master set might bring. NPP, no plan painting, says, I wonder if the terrain will be the same because everyone I know, their terrain is falling apart. I have had several 24 hex tiles simply shatter lately. They have become so brittle over time. No, I think they are. I think it will be exactly the same terrain. They're showing off the terrain here. And even from our trailer, it's the same hexes. It may be different material. They have maybe upgraded the material a bit, which would be also exciting. But I'm sure everything is going to be fully compatible. I know the rules will be fully compatible with what we have already. They're not changing anything, but I'm sure at some point they are going to have minor changes, like, for example, a terrain that has a decayed or poison effect. But mostly the characters. The characters are more interesting to look at right now because these will dictate how the games will be played, more than what the rule set of the booklet will say. But then it brings it back around to this guy. So this is all the characters right now. I just want to take a quick look, see if we got anything else updated here. I know they were updating stuff on the Discord page. Announcements. Nope, they don't have any other announcements here. Thank you to Brad Minning. Let's just see if is he somebody that works on the game or he's just visiting. He's just a member since August 3rd, so that's yesterday. So I don't know who this gentleman is. I don't know, maybe somebody has worked on the game. I'm not exactly sure. But, bro. Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything else here. No, that's from yesterday. That's also from yesterday. So it looks like right now we just have those 10 images, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 images to work off of. If you're just joining us, I'm actually trying to sign off right now, but I've been recording and streaming for the past 38 minutes, so please come out. Images leaked. Yes, we're looking at those images right now, Cody. More news coming today, so you all know. I hope. I hope we get some cards today. Would be really cool to see some of the abilities. I just did a whole video right now about predicting for those abilities. But I have some other stuff I need to get done today because I'm currently working on moving out of my room. So crazy time for all this to happen. So please, if you're just tuning in, I apologize, but I have to head out right now. I got some stuff to do, but please check out the full video. Go back. Check out my predictions. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my predictions. Am I right? Am I wrong? Please let me know. I appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. And thank you so much. Just for those that you have not seen, we'll play this trailer one more time. It's 18 seconds. Look at that. Look at that logo. Look at that logo. I love the logo. But yeah, so I'm hoping that they have put stuff on their website. But thank you so all for watching. I'm not 100% what the news is, but I like to say, I said yesterday, my dad is one of the developers. Oh yes, I forgot. Yes, Cody, yes, you said that, yes. They're slowly putting out stuff. But yes, yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share my content is a huge help. I'm trying to put out videos as fast as I can, but like I said, I am in the process of moving. So I edited content is going to be very lacking, so this video is going to be a little bit longer and undrawn out. But why not, right? Because, you know, everyone's looking for heroScape content right now. this is the place to do it. Joe Crazy 3193. I forgot to do my catchphrase. I'm not crazy. I'm Joe Crazy. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. I know you will. Peace. Woo! Wow, this is great. I love this. This is so much fun. I love you guys. Bye.